Welcome to the podcast, Accounting, We Go Beyond the Numbers, from Ross Bueller Falk, a CPA and business advisory firm. I'm Kay Wagner, your host for this podcast series. You'll receive great business advice here, including accounting, tax tips, and a whole lot more that will help you grow your business. Here we go. Jeff Bleacher, managing partner of Ross Bueller Falk, is with us. And Jeff, you have a really significant event coming up in September. Why don't you tell us about that?
We're having a September, what we're calling a showcase event, which is really our bi-monthly executive forum, and we're very excited. We've got two outstanding speakers coming. And this event will take place Tuesday, September the 19th, from 8 o'clock to 11 a.m. at the Lancaster Country Club. Our first speaker will be Dean Zerbe, the National Managing Director of the Alliant Group. He will give us from-the-hill, up-to-the-minute legislative updates affecting American businesses. The Alliant Group helps companies with specialty tax services. Our other speaker will be Scott Fiore. He's a Vice President and partner at TriStar Staffing, and his will be recruiting and retaining employees in a tight labor market. It's so important today to maintain employees. I find that with my clients, the challenges. How does it impact your culture? And what are some strategies to retain employees using compensation or other benefit packages? So we think we have a great showcase, and we're looking forward to it.
I'm very excited to hear Dean Zerbe, and I know that you've heard him speak as well. He's considered a Washington insider, and you heard him speak last fall. Tell us a little bit about him.
Dean Zerbe is the managing director of the Alliant Group, as I mentioned earlier. I had the pleasure of hearing him speak in a panel and speak individually in Houston last year. Very engaging individual, very inside in Washington. I heard him speak right after the election last year. So when I heard him speak, he had just gotten off the phone with Speaker Ryan and Nancy Pelosi's tax staff, and really got up to the date what's going on with tax legislation. Trump winning the election, what impact would that have? And he actually got into what Donald Trump's tax plans were and how it would impact us and our clients. He was just fantastic.
So in addition to the work that he does on the Hill, he's also a contributor to Forbes. And I know that you have his bio, I think, as he has it written for Forbes, which really, I think, shows a lot of his character. Do you want to read that to us?
I sure will. Dean is a regular contributor to Forbes magazine, very inside in Washington, works with Senate, and I'm just going to read you his full bio from Forbes magazine. So I think this gives you a real insight to Dean. After I wake up, feed my yellow lab, and check the internet for updates on Nebraska football, I do two things: help small and medium business owners, especially manufacturers, architects, engineers, computer software, and agriculture, keep more of their tax dollars as National Managing Director for the Alliant Group. Secondly, I help whistleblowers who may want to speak out about fraud involving taxes and government spending at my law firm. My hope is to comment on tax policy, cutting through the headlines to give business owners a clear sense of what is going on in Washington. I draw on nearly 18 years of government experience, including 8 years as tax counsel for the Senate Finance Committee when we passed some of the largest tax bills in the history of the country. I try to highlight tax laws and regulations and especially overlook provisions that can benefit business owners or have an unexpected bite. That I am the only person who has a BFA in film production and an LLM in tax from NYU, as well as a JD from George Mason. Hopefully comes through in my writing as I try to overcome one of my greatest challenges, bringing humor to tax.
So it sounds like he has a very humorous approach as well as really knowing what's going on the Hill.
He does. He's very, very, very engaging, very funny, but he really has inside knowledge of what's going on in Washington. Not only just with taxes, but other legislation, maybe healthcare and other related topics, which I'm sure he'll cover. His session is actually from the Hill, up-to-the-minute legislative updates affecting American businesses.
So give us the dates, the times, and the locations again, just to let everyone know. We'll be sending out registration forms. It is a free session, but just give us those details once again.
It's Tuesday, September the 19th, from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lancaster Country Club. Hope you can attend. We think we've got a great session.
And we will be doing an interview and a podcast with Scott Fiore, who also is speaking that day, and that will be our next podcast after this one. So, Jeff, I'm looking forward to this session. Can't wait to meet Dean Zerbe, and I hope that all of our listeners attend and also pass the word.
Absolutely. Please share. We'd definitely like to have as many people attend, especially small and medium-sized business owners. I think will really benefit from his conversation.
Okay, great. Well, I will talk to you soon, Jeff, and enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you. Good talking with you, Kay.
That's it for today, folks. Visit rbfco.com, that's rbfco.com, for more information on accounting that goes beyond the numbers. This is your host, Kay Wagner, for Ross Bueller Falk. Our next episode is coming soon. Don't miss it.